Hey guys, how's it going? Just a quick update. I'm not in jail quite yet, but I will be shortly. They are pulling some low down dirty crap. I'll explain in just a minute. Hey Clash. Hey Texas Oinker. Oh yeah, Clash. They're they're pulling some low down dirty crap. Um, for one, this thing here, the thing I got for the dog, as a joke, which is not real. It's not real. It's plastic. They're saying having that is a violation of my probation because no firearms and blah blah blah. But here's the problem with that. This is a copy of my probation, and what it says about that. Well, for one, it doesn't say anything about fake or plastic toys. But what it says is not carry or purchase firearms. That's one of the rules is not to carry or purchase. I haven't carried and I haven't purchased, not even the plastic one. So, they're trying to say having that around is a violation, and they're going to use that against me. It was actually kind of funny because before they would let me in the courtroom today, they forced my lawyer to pat me down. And yes, I am dead serious. They made my lawyer pat me down. There's 6 cops standing around, and they were all there for me. But yeah, they made my lawyer pat me down before I was allowed in the courtroom. Um, what do you mean, Canada? Oh, please go ahead. That's all you got? Not sure what that means. Yeah, that's it. It's a dog's toy, and the reason we have that is because last year, um, Chopper bit Kim's granddaughter, and we had to do the home confinement, and we got some tickets and stuff, and it was kind of funny because they said if he does anything else, he'll be euthanized, he'll be taken and killed, and blah blah blah. And I was just being a smartass, and I bought him a little plastic gun that we clip on his harness when he's outside, because he's not allowed to bite anybody. So I got him a gun to protect himself. It was a fucking joke, but apparently they're trying to say because I have a toy gun in the house. But you just saw the paper. There's no there's nothing in my probation against it other than I can't purchase one and I can't carry one. That's what it says. But they're trying to turn that into something else.
Hi, everybody.
As far as patting me down, having my lawyer pat me down, I thought that was funny. Um, I thought that was kind of cute. Hey, second son. I understand, Pug. I get that. But it's just kind of funny that with 5 or 6 cops standing around for security, standing around gawking, following me back and forth down the hallway and stuff, the judge told my lawyer he had to pat me down. I just thought that was kind of funny.
Go eat, Chopper.
I agree, Canada. Hey, Albert. Well, yes and no. I'm still. They tried to lock me up today, but we kind of got to walk out on a slight technicality. But I go back Tuesday, and Tuesday they're gonna, unless some miracle happens, they are going to lock me up Tuesday, because what they're doing is they're presenting all their stuff to say, oh, I'm a bad person, and there's a gun and this and that and the other. But and they also violated me 9 months after the fact, because the fire video happened in May, and I was arrested. I spent a day or two in jail, and then a week or two in jail, and I went to several probation meetings and all that. Nothing was mentioned until today, but apparently in January, 9 months after the fact, they charged me with a probation violation for the fire video, which is kind of convenient, you know. They wait almost a year to say, oh, by the way. So that's kind of funny. But yeah, so now they're charging me with 2 probation violations, one for the fire video and one for the police station arrest. They're trying to say that toy gun is a probation violation, which, even if it was a real gun, according to the paper just says I can't purchase or carry. Yeah. Yeah, Brian, I bet you that's why they had him do it.
Norman said never go on paper. You missed that one.
Yeah, I see it. Well, because I don't agree with them, and because I don't bow to them and kiss their butts, and because I hold them accountable for their misdeeds, they view me as a criminal. Hey, White Brett, White Beard. Mike, it's probably, the maximum sentence is 180 days. I've served 2 weeks of it already, so about 166 days left. But from what I understand, you get good time and stuff, so probably several months anyway. I just find it kind of ironic, or maybe not ironic isn't the right word, but kind of odd that they waited almost 9 months. Nothing was mentioned when I was going to my probation meetings. Nothing was mentioned. There was never a warrant issued. There was never a court date for a violation issued. Nothing. But yet, 9 months later, they decided to violate my probation also for the fire video. That's kind of funny.
Did you see what Mike said?
Oh, thanks, Mike. You don't happen to be a lawyer, do you?
Oh, which reminds me, in about 2 or 3 months, there's going to be a lawyer in the family.
Nice.
And he said he would give free legal advice and represent us.
Awesome. Well, hopefully this will be over by then.
But in the future, if we need any legal representation or advice, he said he'll do it because we're family.
Ooh, I'm in on that, Roadhog. I'm in on that one. I want to see you chasing skunks. I will, Noman. And I don't think it's a matter of if. I mean, there'd have to be some kind of miracle happen on Tuesday to prevent them from locking me up. Because, like I said, they're using everything they can dig up to use against me and say, oh, he's a bad person, he's uncooperative, and this and that and the other. I'm apparently not allowed to present any evidence showing that, you know, they've been working on this. They've made threats. They've harassed me. I mean, I have video of Sergeant Neese standing in my front yard saying, well, yeah, we can drive by and shine our spotlights at your house all we want.
I don't see Tammy in here. You're buffering.
Still buffering?
No, you're good.
Okay. Yeah, it was kind of funny that they had the lawyer pat me down, and you're probably right because they didn't want to risk the Fourth Amendment violation. They're trying to say a plastic gun is a probation violation, even though it says on my probation paper I can't purchase or carry. It says nothing about anything else.
Safety man wants you to update him. He just got in here.
Oh, absolutely not, safety man. It was postponed until Tuesday, because the lawyer hadn't read the files and stuff yet. So they postponed it. They were going to put me in jail today. They had 5 police officers there. They had the prosecutor wanted to follow through and you know, pretend like I was getting fair treatment and stuff. She argued about that and everything. And the judge says, well, because the lawyer hasn't been able to follow this case and this is his first day, we're going to postpone it until next Tuesday, the 26th. But yeah, they decided to violate my probation on the fire video, which they waited 9 months. Nothing was mentioned. Nothing was done. I made payments on my fines. I went to probation meetings. I got arrested. I got bonded out, all that stuff. Nothing was mentioned about it until today. Today they told me, oh yeah, we're violating your probation on the fire video too. So that's convenient for them. Yes, Bama, I go back on Tuesday morning, the 26th, and they're going to put me in jail that day unless, like I said, some kind of miracle happens, because, you know, the prosecutor is finding stuff to use against me and make accusations, like the plastic gun being a violation of my probation and this, that, and the other. But yet I'm not allowed to say, okay, here's my proof that these guys have been plotting this scheme
Second son's pissing me off.
to have me arrested and whatnot.
Their jurisdiction.
So yeah, it's basically they're not even pretending to give me fair treatment. Going to Mexico, Jerry? Brian King, from what I understood when I was in jail and some people I talked to, from what I understood, if you're sentenced to a year, you do 6 months. It's basically half, is what I understood. Albert, they're saying it's a real gun. It showed on video. It showed up on video, and they're saying it's a real gun. But, I mean, It's plastic. It's an airsoft. And it was actually purchased as a joke to put on the dog's harness. The dog's harness, that's what the yellow ribbon is for, is to indicate that he's a dangerous animal. And they're saying because they saw the gun in the video that's a violation of my probation, another one. But right here on the probation terms, and it says right here, one of the terms is not to carry or purchase a firearm. It says nothing about even being around one or anything like that, and especially not a fake one. So they're stretching it on that, in my opinion. I asked my lawyer about that, and he said no, that isn't possible about the change of venue. Because I told him the judge had a personal issue with me from filming in the courthouse. He said no, for because it's probation, that it's not possible to change the venue. Hey, Jerry, you're talking about the Mexico ticket for me? Yeah, whisper that, because we know there's a bunch of them in here watching. Oh, and I found out the judge watches my videos, the prosecutor is a subscriber. They're pretty much all subscribed to me and watch my videos. I think it's kind of funny. Hey, Tammy. Whoa, sorry guys, I fell way behind in the chat. Yeah, Cato, and that's what I don't understand. I thought they had it stamped the 9th. Maybe that was just when the paperwork went through. But why did they wait from May? Why did they not do anything from May all the way until January? I don't understand that part. Oh my God, what do you mean second son? Oh my God, James. Yeah, Bama, FTP, for sure.
First Amendment out of Ohio this roll.
I know. If I got caught with a realistic looking toy gun while in paper, I would be violated back instantly. And that's the thing. It's not like I'm carrying it around in grocery stores or, trying to rob banks with it or something. It's the dog's toy sitting at my house. Oh yeah, son. I know. They're doing everything they can. They're going above and beyond to fuck me over.
I'm going to take care of Mom and Dad. I'll be back.
All right. Sorry, I fell behind in the chat again, guys. EJ, yeah, you'd think so, but, and I'm, right, Tammy, but that's the thing. They're saying it is real. I mean, I've even offered the video that I did, 4 or 5 months ago, when I got the thing for him. You know, it's not like I just made a video, you know, went out and bought one today and made a video. I can show the video from last summer when I got that thing for him and was making a joke about having it clipped to his harness and running around. Yes, I did show them, but they don't, like I said, they don't care. Call who back, Odin? Hey, Shanna, good to see ya. Well, I mean, and if it was a term of the probation, I could possibly see that. But I mean, it's not even a term of the probation. The probation says I cannot carry or purchase. Cannot carry or purchase. And so even if it was real, it shouldn't be a violation. Which, I mean, it's fake, it's a toy, so it shouldn't even be an issue, but they're just digging up anything they possibly can. Oh yeah, he tried calling her again today, I guess. He called asking what was going on with me and stuff. She told him to fuck off and hung up on him. That was Richard Crude. I know, Albert. And that's, you know, I offered when they were here the other night and they were flipping out about it sitting on the arm of the couch. I said, check it out. It's not real. Just chill out. Don't worry about it. It's fake. It's a toy. Sean Turner. At first, up until just recently, it was just the public intox that they violated my probation for. And I had to bond out on that one, on the probation violation and everything. But what I found out today is they're saying early January they violated my probation for the fire video, which I haven't gone to court for either of them yet. They're both set for dates in county court, but I haven't gone to court for either of them. I pled not guilty on both of them, but they're violating my probation before I even go to court for them. Oh, way behind in the chat again. Sorry, guys. Who's busting your balls, second son? Oh, Noman. Yes, Tuesday at 9 a.m. And I probably will not be allowed to walk out of the building. They're gonna do it. It doesn't matter if I brought in 1,000 witnesses and proved that it doesn't matter. They don't care about justice. They don't care about fair treatment. They don't care about any of that. They just want to shut me up and get me out of the way. Like I said, they had freaking 5 cops there today. And when I asked my lawyer about it, I said, I see all of their witnesses are here. Where are mine? And he says, well, as far as I know, nobody's a witness today. Nobody's been subpoenaed. There's no, I'm like, well, they're all standing here. And he says, well, I don't know. And then he says, but the judge wants me to pat you down before you go into the courtroom. And I'm like, say what? No, Sean Turner, you can't even go in that building with a phone. If you're found to have a phone in court, it's a minimum of 30, maximum of 180 days for a contempt of court charge. Did they just go over charges or actually have a result today? They did really nothing. After they had my lawyer pat me down and everything to make sure I wasn't armed, I went in and the lawyer said, "Well, I haven't been able to review the evidence that the state is bringing against him," and asked for a continuance. The judge originally said no. He says, "I'm not granting a continuance." And the prosecutor said, "I'm ready to proceed." And then the judge says, "Well, wait a minute. And then he asked the lawyer a couple of questions about, if he's seen any of the evidence or when it was presented. And then he gave me a continuance until Tuesday. Right, I understand, Brian, but according to them, even though, see, I was under the impression my probation was revoked, which meant I was no longer on probation. But they said, yes, I was still on probation, even though I had been arrested and I had to bond out and I'm being charged and everything. And they're bringing back the original case. So they could have patted me down on the probation. But yeah, they probably just felt safer having the lawyer do it. I guess, I don't know. Yeah, Albert, I agree. They're not used to people fighting or arguing with them. They're used to people just going along with their program and allowing them to punish them and do whatever. They're not used to people arguing and pointing out that what they're doing is wrong, so they're not sure how to handle me at the moment. So they're just going as far as they can and doing everything they possibly can. That's awesome, Brian. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. Not sure what that means, Rose Garden. You know, Sean, people were falsely accused for saying chalk anything to James. Not sure. Not sure what that means. Oh yeah, Brian. Yep. I almost said no, screw you, but then it's like, yeah, you know. That's a good question, James Barnes. I felt like I was kidnapped. I mean, I would think there would have to be a crime uh, happening to be arrested, and since there was no crime happening, um, I'm thinking I was just kidnapped. Not so far, Rose Garden. Not so far. He's telling me what the prosecution is going to do, what they're using as evidence. But when I told him, okay, you need to get this footage and these reports and this to prove that they've been basically stalking me and harassing me, and you need to use this video of mine and this video of mine. He says, well, no, that's not the way this works. The prosecution presents the evidence that they have against you, and that's it. So, no, he's not being real. He did keep me out of jail today, though, but the only reason he was able to keep me out of jail today is because he hasn't been doing his job for the last couple of weeks. If he'd have been, doing anything in the last couple of weeks, read a report or anything, I'd have been in jail today. But since he didn't do any of that stuff, I was able to walk out of the building today. Mark Miller, that's not El Jefe, but yes, the Richard Crude called her today asking what happened with me in court. She just told him to fuck off and hung up on him. But yes, he called her actually twice today. The first time she didn't know it was him, she answered, and then the second time she just didn't answer. Oh, Pugface has got a clone now too. That one's new. Actually, Sean Turner, believe it or not, after checking into it further, they can actually arrest you for graffiti, for chalk. News Now Ohio checked that out for me and gave me the sent me to the right place, and I looked into it, and they can actually arrest you for graffiti, for writing with chalk on public property. Problem with these people, such as cops and judges, most of them are self-righteous. They forget they can be wrong, so they don't own up to it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Albert. I'm glad I'm still free too, Tommy. I got 1 week. Next Tuesday, like I said, unless some kind of miracle happens, um, they're locking me up Tuesday because the prosecution is going to be able to present her evidence, and which is a fake gun and a couple other things, and then apparently I'm not allowed to present any evidence showing that they've been planning this for quite some time, and the threats that were made against me and the harassment and stuff like that. I'm not allowed to present any of that evidence, but the prosecutor gets to present a piece of video with a plastic gun in it and some other, which according to this paper, it is not. It would be a violation to carry or purchase, but I don't know. Jerry, Cato is, I've seen Cato around. James Barnes, I think the reason they passed that is to prevent like profanity and stuff. So even though it doesn't damage anything and it comes off, it wears off relatively quickly and stuff. From what it sounds like, the reason they, and it's not specifically chalk, but if you write anything derogatory, it can be considered vandalism. Mark Miller, I didn't. What they're talking about is this thing. They're talking about this. I got this for Chopper last year after he bit Kim's granddaughter because he got in big trouble and he was told we were told if he bites anybody or anything like that again, he's going to be euthanized. So as a joke, I said, well, if you can't bite him, so and I bought him a gun as a joke. It's like, okay, he's got to have a way to defend himself. It was a joke, but they saw that on the video, and now they're saying that having that around is a violation of my probation. I agree, Brian King, but like I said, they're not going to allow me to present anything. They're not going to allow me to present the videos that show that the cops were harassing me and plotting this scheme for several days. They're not going to let me show the videos of them pulling me over or pulling Kim over with the false claims of domestic violence in the car. They're not going to let me present anything. They're just going to say, oh, well, he violated his probation, go to jail. Hey, Espen. Roadhog, I'm not sure who's doing that. I've missed it. I didn't see who got timed out. I wish I knew how to do that kind of stuff, Rose Garden. But all I have is a court-appointed pretender, and I just don't know how to do any of that stuff. Mark Miller, they're saying it's a real gun. I told them multiple times. I said, it's fake. It's plastic. It's a dog's toy. No, it's not. That's a real gun. It is not a real gun. It's a plastic toy that I got for the dog. Right? Right, Brian? That's the thing, though. I mean, they won't even let me present. I'm apparently not even allowed to present evidence that shows that these cops have been working on a plan to do this to me for some time now. You know, I can't even present the evidence, the video that shows the safety officer, the same one that was in fear for his life the night I was arrested. A couple days or a week before that, he says, "Oh, I work in the jail. I'm going to make sure you're in there pretty soon." And then he had me pulled over, and then a few days later, he was in fear for his life, so he ran out of the room. Well, actually, he slithered out of the room, but and then told him I was trying to bust through the glass and all this shit. No, Rose Garden. They didn't even bother trying. Exactly, Rose Garden. And that's what I told the lawyer. I didn't read I read the probation thing when I got home today, but even if it was a real gun, even if it was real, my probation doesn't say anything about being around firearms. It just says I can't purchase or carry. Exactly, Albert. Okay, Rose Garden. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of that. I use Google for everything, but I'll check that out after this live stream and see what the process is. Sean Turner. Right now, it's for probation violation. Um, that's the city court that I'm going to for probation violation. It was one. They added another one 8 months later after the fact, but that's what I'm going to city court for on Tuesday is probation violations. But I don't actually go to court in the county court until I think it's May something for the actual charges. I pled not guilty in county court, and I'm going to have a jury trial. But the city doesn't care. They're not willing to wait and see what happens in that. They're just going ahead and violating my probation, saying I committed the crime and violating my probation and locking me up. Well, the thing about that, Cato, is after they violated me, my my probation was rescinded. I was out on bond. I wasn't on probation. And there's a couple other things that go along with that too. I mean, well, I can't really give too much away because I know they're watching, but there's a couple other things that go along with that. Okay, Rose Garden. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that as soon as I get off the live stream. I want to see what it has to say and if it's too late for me to do it, or if it's allowed for probation violations, or I definitely want to check that out. Jerry. Yeah, most likely. Those are the easiest ones to learn, is the swear words. Yeah, Cato's always around. Cato's been walking through this with us for a while. I wouldn't put it past. I mean, I wouldn't put it past Elkhart County. Nothing they do surprises me anymore. The problem with that, Rose Garden, is this attorney I have is the only one. He's the only court-appointed attorney that works for the city. He's the only court-appointed attorney for city court. There isn't another court-appointed one. Jerry. Yeah, Rose Garden. I don't know if I can tonight. I got a couple other, but I'm pretty sure Kim has your number. But yeah, I'll call you. I need all the info I can get. I don't know, Sean. That's what I'm trying to check into. Rose Garden's giving me some information to be able to check on that. I'm not sure. I was told by the court-appointed lawyer that no, I can't, because it's a probation violation and the original charge is there and blah 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 blah. So I don't know, but I'm gonna read into it some more and I did, but they've changed that. I haven't read it since they changed it. Um, oh, by the way, Second Son, they did fix that 2018 thing. Because I looked at the report the other day, and it's been adjusted to 2019. Yeah, I'll check into that, Rose Garden, because I mean, he doesn't show up in court. He's got some severe health problems, from what I understand, and that's what's going on with him. But that doesn't help me or the dozens of other people that are getting screwed over because the court-appointed pretender is unable to help them. I mean, for crying out loud, my own lawyer patted me down today. What the fuck? And I know why, because the cops and them didn't want to, because they were afraid and blah, blah, blah. But my own lawyer patted me down for the judge. That's fucking hilarious. Oh, what's Not Now Maybe Later up to tonight? You getting into more mischief? Thank you, Rose Garden. Yeah, I know Kim has your number. I will. She had to go do some running for her mom. But yeah. Well, and again, I don't want to give away too much, but I'm basically going to give something away right here. If they're here, they're here. If they're not, they're not. But as far as I'm concerned, YouTube is entertainment value, and I'd like them to prove that if they saw something that appeared to be alcohol, it was actually alcohol. Prove it. Prove it wasn't water. Yeah, they saw it on my video, Sean Turner. They saw it on my video the night that the cops were here, when Kim called them because that douchebag was calling and harassing her, and then somebody was outside. When they showed up, it was sitting by the chair. And I showed it to them, and I showed it on the live stream, and I said, "Hey, it's a toy," and that's what they're going with is they saw the gun, so. Yeah, Sean, I know. I know. Rose Garden, are you talking about is it water? Yeah, I should do that, Brian. Thanks for the heads up. I didn't get a damn notification. Yeah, there's no alcohol or drug tests that were done. None. At any point. It was just the officer that threatened me several days before and was having me harassed. That Sabo claimed he smelled alcohol through the bulletproof glass, and they came out and arrested me. Yeah, Canada, I know. I know I'm going to lose, but I'm going to do my damnedest to not make it easy for them. Yes, Rose Garden, I'm absolutely pointing that out also. And that's the thing. I mean, this is the city court, and they're just going with the probation violations. They're assuming I'm guilty and violating my probation and throwing me in jail before I even actually go to court to face the charges. Early spring in Canada. Okay. Yeah, the lawyer that I've got through the county court, he's actually seems to be trying to do something. He watched the video and he said their statement is ridiculous. He said their statement is ridiculous. I'm watching the video. That's not the way it happened. So I'm hoping he'll at least give it a shot. But the thing is, they're going to lock me up for God knows how long through city court for violating my probation even before I get a chance to go to court for it. And that's the other question. Okay, say Tuesday they're going to lock me up. They're going to violate my probation for being arrested at the fire scene and for being arrested at the police station. Okay, and then a couple months from now, I go to trial and I'm found not guilty. Then what? Bama, he has my passwords. We gave him the passwords so he could put moderators and stuff in. What do you mean, Bama? He's live on mine. That's interesting. Oh, when he came in to do the mods and stuff a few minutes ago, he must have forgot to switch it back to his own before he went live. I must not be subbed to me because I didn't get a notification. Right, Brian? yeah, a little bit Rising Sun, but no, that's Second Son. He came in um, to help put some mods in and do some technical work, and he probably just forgot to switch it back before he went live. Oh, they don't want that, Jerry. They don't know what to do with one of me other than bury me under the jail. They really have a fit if there's two of me. I haven't seen anybody back on the property, but Kim's still getting the phone calls. Kim still gets the phone calls from time to time, but we haven't seen anybody. We haven't seen anybody out here lately. Right? That'd be fun, Brian. Sean, no, you can't even walk into that courtroom with a phone, or you're looking at jail time. There's no way. Apparently, a while back, somebody recorded something, and they caught him, and they're all butthurt about it. They make like 8 different announcements every single day, threatening to put people in jail. They say, if you have a phone, surrender it or remove it. If we find you with it later, you'll be in jail. I promise you. That's what I was thinking, Tommy. I still don't see how it makes no sense that they're going to penalize me for a probation violation before before it's even determined whether or not a crime was committed. But it's the city of Elkhart. They pretty much do whatever works for them. Get a lot of spectators for that court date, Brian. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out why what was it, 8 month waiting period before they, and you know, I went to several probation meetings. I paid on fines. I even did time in jail and stuff, and they didn't violate me. You know, they didn't charge me with the probation violation for the fire video for 8 months. They waited 8 months to charge me with that. I didn't even know about it until today. I didn't know they had violated me on that one until today. Right? Sean Turner, the maximum sentence is 180 days. I've served 2 weeks of it, and it all depends. Now that they're violating me for two, I don't know if I can do them consecutive, or so it could actually technically be a year if they make me serve them consecutive. And then from what I understand, you almost get like half time off. So it would basically be the maximum, I think, would basically be 6 months. One charge is for PI, public intox, and that's for the arrest at the police station, and the other one is for the fire scene video. But that is going to be funny if they lock me up, violate my probation, lock me up Tuesday, and then when I go to trial in a couple of months, I'm found not guilty. Then I'd like to see him explain that one. I don't know, Sean. I think they're done with the probation. I think they're just going to hit me with jail time. Well, and actually, the PI and the actual fire scene case are in county court. They are not in city court. Both of those charges I'm facing in county court. It's the probation violation for both of those that I'm facing in city court. But I go to city court for the probation violation several months before I go to county court for the actual charges. Got rights? Yeah, yeah. That's true. It is working exactly the way they set it up to work. Mike, from what the lawyer told me today, at least on the one charge, because apparently you have to be sentenced to 180 days or more to be eligible for work release, and because I've served 2 weeks of that, I'm not eligible. But on the other one, that's a 180-day sentence, so I'm not sure. That's a 180-day max, I should say. But as of right now, I'm not eligible because I don't have 180 days or more to serve. What's up, Warren Wicked Development? I missed something. Sean, yeah, like I said, unless some kind of miracle happens between now and Tuesday, they're locking me up Tuesday. I can pretty much guarantee it. They were going to lock me up today. They had all the cops there. They were ready to put me in handcuffs and transport me, but because my court-appointed lawyer hasn't done his homework the last few weeks, they decided to wait until next Tuesday. Hey, Miss CIA. Good to see you. Kim's not here right now. She had to go help her mom. Um, but I'll let her know you said hello. Yeah, that's a good idea, Got Rights. Who's getting timed out? I'm not sure what's going on here. I missed something. Yeah, I'm not. I'll have to go back through and read all the chat. I missed a lot of it, so I'm not sure what's happening there, guys. I'll check it out though. Hold on, I'm making a cigarette. You have shorts on. Put shorts on for you guys. I'm not running around in my underwear this time anyway. I'm wearing shorts.
He called me and left an explanation with it. And he said, now that he's going to jail, you can be together forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, nice.
And gave me a kiss, blew me a kiss.
Nice. Okay, I'm back, guys.
And my other doctor said my skin.
Oh, it's right here. I just I didn't put it out today. It's there though.
You still on the same live stream that you were?
Yeah. Yeah, Mike, call Elkhart City Court and tell them they're full of shit and what they're doing is not right. New Mexico says hello, Kim. So does Sean. So does Community Media.
Hello, everybody. Loves everybody but trolls.
Awesome, Mike. Thank you. Rose Garden says hello.
Hi, Rose Garden. I know, I got it.
Ah, thanks, Mouse. I'll check that out. I really would love to get this, get the judge to recuse him, recluse, however you say that, because, I mean, he's made it obvious in public that he has a issue with me and what I do. Yeah, that's what I heard, New Mexico. That's what I heard. Slight technical glitch there, I guess. He forgot to switch back to his after he came in and did some technical work.
Have you seen Tammy in there?
Yeah. Oh, it's kind of funny because from what the lawyer told me today, the prosecutor told him that if I plead to everything, if I admit to everything and take the punishment, the prosecutor won't show my videos to the judge. This is what the lawyer told me. If you plead guilty to everything and take your punishment, the prosecutor says that she won't show the videos to the judge. And I'm like, I want the judge to see the videos. What the fuck are you talking about? From what I saw of the videos he has that they're using, they've been severely edited. Edited and switched around, parts of them switched and stuff, so that's something else I'm going to complain about is, hey, if you're going to bring the videos, bring the whole uncut, unedited video. Don't just use little pieces and move them around to suit your purpose. Exactly, Rose Garden. And that's what I'm going to do, Rose Garden. No, you're showing the entire you're not just going to do a 5-second clip from the video. You're not going to show it out of order. Start at the beginning, go all the way to the end. Don't just pick and choose little bits and pieces and switch them around. Sean, I guess it's a bench trial from what I on the original charges in county court. It's going to be jury trial. But for the probation thing, I'm apparently not allowed a jury trial. I'm only allowed a bench trial for the probation violation charge. Exactly, Rose Garden. I'm not pleading to anything. I'm not, I did nothing wrong. I did nothing illegal. I may not have done things really well, but I did nothing illegal.
CIA was talking to you. He just came in.
CIA only for a minute. They're going to lock me up. I go back to court on Tuesday, and unless some kind of miracle happens, they're going to lock me up on Tuesday. The only reason they didn't lock me up today is because my court-appointed attorney has been sick, and he hasn't been doing his homework. So he said, you know, I haven't had a chance to read any of the stuff or watch any of the clips or anything like that. And the judge grudgingly postponed it until Tuesday, the 26th. Yeah, it's Elkhart. It's the city of Elkhart, CIA. They're bad. They don't care about people's rights. They don't care about the law. They don't care about facts. They just do whatever they can to punish people for not agreeing and kissing their asses. I do have the Rose Garden. I have the I sent a request to the Bar Association, and they sent me the complaint form. So that's in the works to complain about inadequate counsel. Yeah, I have like I said, I have the complaint forms. I called them. They mailed them to me. I haven't got them sent back yet, but okay, guys, I got to get some dinner. I'm going to shut this down.
Jim, CIA was talking to you again. Don't shut it down yet. Read what he says.
And grab something to eat, and I will update you guys as soon as I hear something else. I'm going to start calling the lawyer again tomorrow and try to get some more information from him. As soon as I hear something, I'll get a hold of you. Thanks, Mouse.
Respond to CIA.
I did, Kim.
Not that last.
Okay, thanks, Rose Garden. I will. You guys have a wonderful night, and thanks for joining.